when like the only hook so far is that everything is 4 different kinds of like elemental characters.
Yeah, are we gonna have a elemental race war?
Yeah. I don't like them water people.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be the targeted group. Which one do you think it is?
Dry them up. Dry them up.
You should know better, even the simple weather. Battle, battle, battle. Come on and take out your toys.
Hey, it's the Rebel Taxi Black Friday special Pizza Party Podcast. I'm Pan Pizza. Who are you people?
I'm Defina. I talk about art people.
I'm Jing Neutron. I still do F&F.
I'm Creepy Reading. I cover anything horror on the channel and sometimes drama.
That is very scary.
Ooh.
We should have had you for October instead of November.
Spooktacular. We didn't plan ahead.
Yeah.
We needed a guest like hours from now because I was like, shit, we didn't find a guest. Oopsie.
Wait a minute. What do we do in October?
I don't know.
We had like all the spookiest of spooky people. We had Dracula. We had the Frankenstein, the monster, and the doctor.
I call him Jaculoff.
So you had Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, we had Booberry. Sorry, that's who we had instead. I know-
Fuck
I don't
Booberry.
know what to say.
I actually saw they brought him back for some reason in stores.
That's the worst kind of cereal. I'm sorry.
Barry. He's a ghost, and he's got like invisible cereal.
Any ghost themed cereal sucks, all right?
I'm sure they had like Casper cereals in the 90s. Remember that movie where they had a Ghostbuster cameo?
Does that mean that it's appropriate if it sucks and he's a vampire?
I want to suck your chocolate.
Yeah.
What is the connection between chocolate and vampires?
Chocolate.
No, I'm not gonna.
Have you actually ever read the Dracula novel by Bram Stoker?
Say.
The dude was super into chocolate.
I've listened to it on audiobook.
Bang and stroke her. Know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that,
Savage.
not a completely awful, completely terrible transition. November 17th, everyone thought Twitter would die.
Yeah. If only. So sad.
It was a misnomer, actually.
No idea what that is.
The offices are being shut down.
Yeah.
Wait, the word misnomer? Or
Yeah,
what?
misnomer. Nah.
It's a misdirection like a red herring.
Yeah, that's the movie where the lady puts on a flower crown and her boyfriend fucks some lady. Classic. Set him on fire with a bear suit. Comedy gold. A23's best.
God, Elon Musk's Twitter is insane.
Oh,
He's like, please, ooh, Trump,
Yeah.
please come back to Twitter, please,
Like,
ooh.
I don't even know if I could call this safe for work anymore. Like, if my boss came in looking at Elon Musk's Twitter, he'd be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
He's just begging for like Trump to come back and has the same vibe as like the people that made Hello Neighbor, the game, saying, man, Matt Pat's gonna enjoy this game. I sure hope Matt Pat sees this. Man, at Matt Pat, wouldn't that be great if he saw this? Huh, hunk?
it was probably the best response Trump could have given. He's like, you have a terrible website, full bots, fake accounts. Everyone
Aw.
hates it. I have a great account.
Yeah.
Because he was like live truthing about it, going like, our
Aw.
website's better.
Yeah.
Damn.
The account's still reinstated,
Damn.
so he could come back.
He don't want that shit.
Let alone the fact, it was found out recently that Elon Musk has like, 70% bots
Oh.
on his account? And it's like,
Do
wait
you
a
mean
second.
to tell me the only people that like him are either bots or ironically?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry to hear about that.
Damn.
They're either bots, or it's ironic, or you could just be your everyday crypto bro.
Oh, that's the saddest part. Those are just like, those people aren't healthy. Those. Yeah, I wish it was the 90s again, so every crypto bro would have just joined Heaven's Gate or something.
Listen, I've been trying to get my dad to quit that stuff for a while now.
Oh, no.
It is
Wait.
infectious.
Heaven's Gate or NFTs?
I just love in the image that like there's like low, median, high, and then Elon Musk is way too far from high.
If you're watching this on YouTube, take a look on screen right now.
What are we look?
If you're watching elsewhere, please go to YouTube and watch this part.
What are we looking at? I don't know what I'm looking at. What is it?
So it's like a fake followers audit that someone did on Elon Musk's account,
Oh.
and 70%, over 81 million followers are fake.
This don't have nothing to do with animation. Was he in a cartoon?
Have you not seen Rick and Morty?
Elon Tusk
Elon Tusk.
That
Yeah,
sucked.
Elon
I
Tusk.
don't want to watch that.
or the Simpsons episode.
That's my favorite character in all of anime.
God.
He was also in Rick and Morty.
Jeez. Oh.
Rick and Morty, more like Rick and Postmortem.
Twitter's copyright system seems to be broken, and I've seen people re-upload regular show and SpongeBob episodes
Hell yeah.
using Twitter Blue.
Just rewatch the pizza episode on On Twitter, yeah, the video time's 10 minutes, so they couldn't upload the full thing. They had to upload the last 2 minutes separately. But yeah, great system. Like, I wish YouTube was this fucked. Well, hold on. Not this fucked, but in terms of copyright, where they're just like, anyone can upload whatever. Fuck y'all.
I miss those days.
To be fair, I don't think it was really that great anyways, because I remember watching, like, there was an account that was posting several episodes of Cartoon Network shows before all this, like, Elon Musk stuff was getting really bad. And that shit, I think, is still up.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, what was it? I saw this whole thread of like Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, which is the tweet I was working with Pan to like make ship and work. And then like less than 10-15 minutes later, the account got suspended.
Oh man, but can I still watch the movie Hackers on Twitter? Hackers.
I watched
Probably.
a little bit of that, 2 minutes at a time.
Dang, tweet unavailable. I can't watch it anymore. They took it down.
The only people I've seen who are like, what was it? You know that scene is in Spider-Man 2 where he's like hoisted with his mask off through the subway system?
Yeah.
It's people who pay for Twitter Blue just to upload full episodes of
Yeah.
TV shows.
Epic.
There's been a lot of people abusing the Twitter Blue thing. And I don't know if you guys know this, and I might not even be entirely correct with all the details here, but the reason why verification exists is because Twitter got sued in like I think 2009, somewhere between there, and it was because someone was impersonating a football coach. So that they basically settled.
Oh,
Twitter then said that they didn't settle, but was going to be implementing the verification system. So that's why the verification system existed. And now anyone could just buy it for $8.
Hell
it
yeah.
reminds me of those old Twitter accounts where it's like not Will Ferrell and Dory and just girly things from the, what was it, 2010, 2011? Do you think Will Ferrell was part of that lawsuit going, this guy is stealing all my jokes?
Yeah, all
he's
his
not me.
Bangers, all his comedy jokes. Yeah, what's Will Ferrell been up to? He hasn't made a movie.
Doesn't he still run Funny or Die?
Wait, he made that site?
Yeah, I thought he was like a big contributor, like an executive producer or something.
What? I thought it was just like some randos making that site, assuming it's still up.
Let's check.
That's like telling me he runs College Humor or something.
Hold on. Yeah, right here. It was founded by Will Ferrell, Adam McKay, Mark Camvane, and Chris Henchy in 2007. So he's an investor.
What the fuck?
He's a creator. He said, I want to be funny or die.
Yeah. And then he made
and
Semi-Pro.
then he fucking died. It was metal as hell.
Yeah, after Semi-Pro, damn, it was downhill after that.
Wait. I think I remember that movie.
No, I'm trying to think. Will Ferrell, IMDb. There has to be worse movies. There's gotta be.
Worst movies?
Oh, Land of the Lost.
Oh, the
Saw that in
reboot.
theaters.
What are Will Ferrell movies that we remember on the top right? Wait, he was an elf.
Of course.
Wait, they actually did a remaster, a 4K remaster of Elf.
Hell yeah.
He was in.
Can we get a 3K remaster of Avatar: The Last Airbender?
They don't even have a 1080p version of that.
Did they not release a Blu-ray?
Okay.
The Blu-ray is 480p upscaled,
What the fuck?
blurred 480p.
That shit was animated in 480p, and that's how it will fucking remain.
No, the live-action movie, right? Or which one?
Oh no, the
The
animated
show.
series.
Oh, okay, yeah. We talked about that last time. It's like 580p, and they didn't think, HD TVs are going to be a thing in a few years.
I actually watched a recent video from Linus Tech Tips.
I gotta stay vintage.
It was about D Theater VHS, which it was 1080i VHS tapes, and because of the lack of compression, at least in the case of was it Hurricane they showed, it had a better quality footage compared to the Blu-ray.
I'd imagine because it's analog, yeah, because they don't have to compress it for a disc. It's just on essentially a real film for VHS HD, yeah.
Not 1080p, 1080i,
Good enough.
but it was sharper, and it is actually heavier because the film has to like speed through it. And so when you pause it takes a few seconds, and when you play it, it also takes a few seconds to play again.
Oh, it's like a train that needs momentum to start up the damn movie. You gotta crank it.
But it was a nice format because it actually had chapters, which was interesting for the time because only DVD had that.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of productions,
Yeah.
All right.
Elemental?
BoxTown's
Oh.
No, we're not there yet. BoxTown's Indiegogo ended, and Charlie, and a bunch of fun people raised 31,285
Yeah.
USD.
Mhm.
Yay!
Hey yo.
I like the fact that more animation exists. I want it to go back to like YouTube in the old days.
Independent.
Right? No, I don't.
Sometimes you
I
just gotta
kinda
say, fuck all this shit. Oh, fuck the studio system. You gotta make your own shit.
And so BoxTown is an animated film series, noir comedy, that explores, what was it, a Batman and Robin relationship, but realistic kind of thing.
Yeah. Detective.
But we already talked to the Charlie fellow. You can go watch that episode here.
Here?
When I say here, I don't know what is gonna happen. Whoever edits this, I don't know what's gonna happen when I say here. So
just gonna
be prepared.
I guess you're.
I mean, it could be in like a video card.
I hope they don't make you look fucking stupid.
What if they just edit in the entirety of that other podcast and you get to watch through that to get to the rest of this one?
Wouldn't the editor either have to say link in the description, or whoever is uploading this put it in a card?
Oh, I remember those cards. I don't use those because I forget.
Every time we use the word there,
Same.
it plays the entirety of the Nut Shack intro.
No.
That was a
Busted.
weird trend on YouTube.
That was a weird ass trend. I also remember back then there was the guy that screamed the entire Bible.
Oh.
It keeps you awake when you're listening to it.
How do you think he's doing?
I listened to that for like a while. Like I went to bed to that. Like
What
that,
the hell?
dedication.
So with all the re-uploads and like the in between every time this happens, do you think Google is stressing out because of how much is filling up the hard drives that the servers are like to keep uploading B-movie?
No.
It's like a 10-hour thing.
Hey, you gotta watch something while you fall asleep. Do you have a preferred like YouTube thing to watch while you try to sleep?
Only plays.
Usually I do like a Ross's game dungeon, or I'll like put on your videos.
Yay.
Just someone who I can trust not to squelch in my ear.
Oh no.
Because like if if you start listening to Jacksepticeye, he'll wake you up 3 videos down the line and be like, top of the morning, I'll be
Oh yeah.
That's why I pay for YouTube Premium. Not for the music, not for any of that, just so I can fall asleep with no ads. That's it.
Yeah, that's why I have YouTube Red. I also really like the service.
I usually end up falling asleep to like,
Mm-hmm.
at least recently, either video game reviews or some kind of coding tutorials, because I know I won't be paying attention. If
Oh,
not
man.
that, it's science.
No.
And if not any of those, I'll probably end up waking up to Scott the Woz and being really, really mad, because Scott the Woz always autoplays on anything that I have just freshly started watching.
I don't hate Scott the Woz. I actually really like the channel, but YouTube kept recommending it. Like I'd go to my homepage and 5 of the 6 videos would be Scott the Woz.
No.
So I had to tell YouTube to please stop recommending me this channel.
No.
You don't understand. I've literally screamed at the top of my lungs at least 2 times in the past 2 days because I'd be trying to like watch some video about Sonic Frontiers or something like that. And like the video ends either because it's short or just I wasn't paying attention, and immediately, hey there, Scott here.
Yeah.
Make it stop.
What you were saying, Pan?
No, I watch XPlay. Like, someone's been uploading a ton of the old episodes of XPlay, the game review show from the 2000s, and it's like, yeah.
Dude, I also been watching a bunch of XPlay. I've been like
Yeah.
looking them up for like the last 5 years, because ever since they got canceled, because it's like after they got canceled, it's like, is there a DVD box set? Fuck
No,
It's
I
just
wish.
whoever happened to be TiVoing it at the time,
Yeah.
and we get the recording of that, and then the right channels all fucked up. Like, still gonna fucking watch it though.
Damn, somebody out there probably has, like, the reels or something saved of that, please.
Speaking of video games,
Because, before you finish, yeah, because around 2009, 10, they had, like, G4 Rewind, where they played old episodes of XPlay and other shows they had, and it's like,
I remember that.
yeah, somebody had these saved, so it's like, it's possible someone still does.
do you think it's like the kind of people that...
Wait, what is XPlay?
Huh?
You want to explain XPlay, Pan?
Oh, it's a game review show on G4 TV back in the 2000s, starring Adam Sessler and Morgan
Webb.
I don't know where she is now. Where are you, Morgan
Probably
Webb?
much more successful. I mean, I
Oh.
don't see her having a meltdown on Twitter.
No. Oh.
It hurts.
Oh,
It
she has a
hurts
Twitter.
to see this state.
She hasn't posted a thing since 2020 of November, and it just says "Save Ratty." This, I guess she saw the this little puppet guy from the old TV show.
That's actually a very nice note to end on for their Twitter account.
So
I'm sure they're living a
where'd
happy
you
life.
go? Who?
Honestly, if I'm not mistaken, either Blair Herter or Morgan Webb went to work at Blizzard. I think Blair Herter did. But it was like the comics division.
Oh, okay.
So, it wasn't like in active game development. And then after XPlay, I know Adam Sessler had like a game, like it was like advice for video gamers or something. You would hire them and they'd show up and give you their experience because they're seasoned industry people. It was mostly just a way for you to get access to Adam Sessler's LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
Like reviewing games?
I think he just goes on a rant. It's his Sessler soapbox. But I just looked up G4TV.com, and the website is just a single still image saying we never stopped playing, and it's over. G4TV is dead.
Maybe someone can go into the HTML code.
2 days after we recorded, the G4TV website went down. Rest in piss, bitch.
It's deader than dead.
Damn.
Yeah, I guess it's like, damn.
I tried to start a G4 TV in the era of cord cutting. I guess was not the right move.
Should have let me on. Could have saved the show.
A little bit bad timing.
No, I couldn't.
Honestly, I think they just needed a different person because, like, the channel wasn't that bad except for the fact that it was full of content that was, like, not really edited and didn't feature anyone from the shows that they were taking name from. Like, you watch an episode of XPlay that has no Adam Sessler or Morgan Webb.
Yeah, who are these people?
Or you like have another episode where it is Adam Sessler, but it's him talking about Fallout for 30 minutes. And if you don't know everything about Fallout in 2022, I'm sorry, you haven't been on YouTube that long.
But speaking of video games reviews and bugging,
Elemental, the movie. That's an animation topic.
I was going to get into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but we can talk about Elemental.
That is not a fucking cartoon. This is an
It's animated. There's animations.
I guess so. I guess every video game's an interactive cartoon because you control the animations of the character.
So we saw the trailer for Elemental. Pan had to do a quick watch before it came, before this podcast and whatnot.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Pan?
I mean, I thought it was very, like, I'm wondering, like, I'm sure it'll be explained in the movie, but it's like, this is a city of, like, elements where you got fire people, water people, earth people, and it's like, they're just like aliens, I guess? Because, like, let's say Toy Story, the toys live in our world, and they're just toys within it's like, are these elements, like, do they eventually get sent to Earth and become elements, or what's the deal here?
It's one of those topics or ideas that would be a wicked sweet tech demo short for Disney Plus. Because when we saw the trailer, I was like, these fluid simulations and fire simulations are amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
It's a very boring character designs. And it's like, oh,
they look fine.
Can a boy and a girl fall in love? Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they look all right.
Someone did bring up they should have made the eyes pure black, so they had better contrast.
Nah.
Not the eyes. Obviously,
scary.
White eyes. No. White pupils and black irises.
Yeah.
Instead of the hyper detailed ones they usually have.
Yeah. They usually have that. Oh, what the hecky?
I'm looking at the motion blur in this. It it doesn't look like regular motion blur.
I'm really enjoying I really like some of the effects, and I really do agree, Daft, that this would make a very good tech demo, but like I don't know why every character design in this trailer reminds me of like the ghost people from Soul.
Well,
just like
yeah,
ghost people OCs, like, oh, this is my fire ghost person, this is my water ghost person, and here's my
wood
Bulbasaur ghost person.
This definitely feels like a movie DreamWorks would have made in 2011 to compete with like a Pixar movie.
Oh.
And it would barely make its budget back.
It just makes me think of like a commercial for, I don't know, a cell phone or something.
With the way that the mouths are, it almost reminds me of like Dr. Seuss, but not like the good Dr. Seuss, but like the 3D Dr. Seuss.
Oh,
3D Dr. Seuss.
It's very vague. I don't know.
Like
what
it's
you're
very,
talking about.
it like invokes that like Horton Hears a Who, but the 3D version.
Oh,
I'm just curious to like how like a story like this will work out. I mean, they're very clearly going for the, oh my god, opposite attracts romance type thing, but like, how do you do that again in an interesting way when like the only hook so far is that everything is 4 different kinds of like elemental characters.
Yeah, are we gonna have a elemental race war?
Yeah.
I don't like them water people.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be the targeted group. Which one do you think it is?
Dry them up. Dry them up.
My daughter won't date a gosh darn water person. She'll be extinguished.
Maybe it will be the fire group because the fire destroys everything.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe that'll be
Oh
it.
no. They
There's not enough to really go on, but my first impression is I like the effects, but there's more to a video than just like After Effects plugins.
Just like how Strange World is releasing in like 3 days.
Yeah.
And Disney's not really promoting it.
dough. I've seen commercials for it.
I've seen it in theaters, but or rather, I've seen trailers in theaters, but I've been to the theater recently and haven't gotten a single trailer for it.
Yeah.
in the last 3 times I was there.
I mean, I think Disney.
I've seen maybe 2 promoted tweets.
Disney. I feel like Disney just said, you know what? Our audience are just gonna see this film in like a month for free on Disney Plus. Why bother? No one's gonna see it. They know about Disney Plus.
It has the type of energy of a DVD sequel from 2005, like Mulan or Tarzan 2.
Oh,
That's what it feels like. Strange World 2.
everything's orange and purple.
instead of giving a bunch of money to like traditional TV advertising, they should just pay YouTubers.
I could see that.
I mean, like, you're already Disney. It doesn't take much more to get people excited. Like, you could just pay a lot of YouTubers.
YouTubers will talk about it for free. Oh, this reminds me.
Hey,
I got
Markiplier, can you talk about Strange World real quick?
Oh, this reminds me. I got an email like a week ago by some promotion for this movie that's on Paramount Plus. It's called Rumble. It's about kaijus, giant monsters, a CG film, and they fight in a wrestling ring. And I saw a bit of
Wait.
it. It was pretty fun. But
Didn't that come out,
last year,
or didn't they announce it 4 years ago? No, 4 years ago they announced it.
it released last year, and they emailed me saying, "Hey, you want some DVDs? We'll give you 5 Blu-rays of the movie if you'll do a giveaway or give them to your employees." Wink, I guess.
It's like I can't even like pay people to want that movie physically.
It's like I'll take the movie
Fucking
myself.
savage, dude.
I'll take the movie myself, but I'm like, now I got to distribute.
Are
them?
you trying to insinuate I don't want 5 fucking Blu-rays of the Monster Kaiju movie?
Hell yeah! I mean, I only need
I'm sure there are
one.
some people that want that.
But it's like, if it's a giveaway, then it's like, great, now I gotta mail it? Oh, that's hard.
Thanks for giving me work.
Well, I remember the film was supposed to release in 2020, and then later in 2019 they pushed it to like 2021, like January 2021, and then they pushed it again to May 14th, 2021, and then again to February 18th, 2022 because of COVID. And it's like, oh, this is supposed to be theatrical. They really wanted this movie to work.
Yeah, would have been nice
The,
to see.
I remember seeing Rumble, like, the trailers for it, and my first impression was, I don't really like this because the big monster guy kind of looks like a recolor of Sully from Monsters, Inc.
Shut up.
And I don't know, I
God.
really am, I gravitate towards, like, more, I guess, like, original designs or designs that don't feel entirely corporate. I don't know what would qualify a corporate design, but that smile definitely does.
I guess designed by committee is what you mean.
Yeah, that, like, let's try to appeal to the most people sort of thing. Well, this worked, so we'll put this trait on our guy, and that worked in that movie, so we'll put that trait on our guy, and now we have this gray goo of a character.
Ooh.
Is it weird that this reminds me of Shark Tale?
No.
What?
Visually, it reminds me of Shark Tale.
There's no Will Smith fish.
There is no Will Smith, sadly.
As a frame of reference, Real Effects, the people who made this, also did The Book of Life and Scoob
Scoob, and also Freebirds, I think.
and Sherlock Gnomes.
Yeah.
And Open Season 2 and 3. Not 1, just 2 and 3.
No ship, Sherlock.
Okay, so there's a pattern here.
I've seen a few of those. There's so many fucking open season movies. I don't
Yep.
think they stopped. For all I know, there's
Surprisingly.
How many seasons are they going to have?
a lot of open. Let's check. Let me just check. 'Cause I
Bear
remember there
hunting
being an
season.
absurd amount for such a like middling franchise.
I remember at least 3, but is it possible that there's a 4?
4. It is 4.
There is
it's
a
open
4. Oh,
season
wow.
4 Scared Silly, and there's a possible sequel. I'm going to quote this. Feist hinted, "You can never be too sure, but I have a feeling we'll be seeing an open season 5. Everybody likes the characters in the movie and the way it turned out, so I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't an open season 5. I want people to want to do another."
As time goes on, the animation for this series gets worse. I'm like baffled by how that could happen. It's just like the budget gets smaller in such a way that even though time and technology is progressing forward, the animation and looks of the film are progressing backward.
I guess they just gave up and were like, hey, we're losing less, we're getting less and less viewers, just like the Walking Dead season finale.
Oh, isn't that today or something?
Yeah, apparently the series finale of The Walking Dead, one of the most popular shows ever, had its series finale today.
Well, just because it's ending, they still have all those spin-offs, like before The Walking Dead, or like following what other people were hanging out with. So just because one series died.
Yeah, The Walking Dead used to be something that I really cared about because of the folks at Telltale. That was like the time when I realized video games could actually make me cry. I want that to happen more.
Oh, you didn't play Mario? I credit Mario, but you go on.
I mean, would
You cried at Mario?
Yeah.
No, we're moving on.
Saying Elite Beat Agents, yeah.
No. I want to hear the details. Was it Odyssey?
So when Mario said no, it was Mario Go Fish when he said, "You the best player."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I am."
Yeah, hell yeah.
how the hell did Alpha and Omega get 8 sequels?
I mean, they probably appeal to like the Warrior Cats fandom of like, I don't know, people just discovering their furriness, you know.
They made 2 fucking films in 2016.
Wild.
I mean, it feels like the equivalent of like film shovelware.
There's 14 Land Before Time films.
Yeah, but that started from something good, and I get it, you know. Steven Spielberg was involved at one point, you know, that makes sense. Alpha and Omega was shit out at the door.
Yeah.
I only watched that one because my cousin couldn't see PG-13 movies, and that was the
Damn.
only thing we could watch.
The 8th and final installment was called Journey to Bear Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm going to take a swing in the dark and say that they all died. They all died by the bears.
That's I
Are you
don't.
guys telling me that there wasn't something about Alpha and Omega that spoke to you on a spiritual level that like you could ignore the really strange walk sliding?
Journey to Bear Kingdom.
God, like, it has, like, the first movie has, like, a 19% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it got 8 fucking sequels, but Infinity Train just like, nah, fuck that. That's done. We're done with
I want
that.
to read you what number 7 is called. It's called The Big Furries. That is very
Oh,
clever.
no.
Furries.
Furries. It's
The
like,
big
yeah.
furries.
Was it like
Nope.
making a lot of like straight to DVD money or something?
Yes, the most straight to DVD money.
All I'm saying is that, like, if Alpha and Omega can have, like, 8 sequels on film, why can't we give that same sort of attention to, like, all these canceled series? Just give them direct-to-DVD movies.
I mean, hey, DreamWorks brought back Spirit, the horse movie, but made it like a girl show for preschoolers about girls that ride horses.
That makes sense, because
That is true.
Spirit is just like one of those things where it's like, hey, it's a horse. Hey, you know? You can keep remaking that.
Yeah.
For the horse girls.
Horses.
I completely understand that too. I mean, I don't really like a lot of Disney stuff because, like, it kind of feels like the TV division oftentimes just tries to either A, recreate something, or B, create something that's so amazing I can't ignore it. And we all know which ones are good and which ones are like, eh.
Speaking of something so amazing,
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever surpassed Black Adam in the global box office.
Yeah, we know.
And guess who had something to say about it?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Kind of expected. I haven't seen either.
Dwayne The Rock
yet,
Johnson.
still.
Well, IGN said, "Look at this. Wakanda Forever got all this money and Black Rock. What was the movie called? Rock
Black
Man.
Adam.
Black Adam Rock.
Rockman, Mega Man
Which
returns.
you have to read.
Black Rock.
You have to read Dwayne's post.
Yes.
His response.
So
his reply guide.
IGN was just like kicking them while they're down, which so they still made a lot of money. But anyway, Dwayne Johnson replies saying, "What a neutral post. I love competing, but IGN, you guys are in the biz with us. There's no competition with the established global brand of Black Panther compared to Black Adam and JSA. who a year ago no one heard of. No need to knock us. We're new babies and have to grow. Smiley face.
Hello, babies. We're trying our
Dwayne
best.
"The Rock" Johnson, are you trying to tell me that no one's heard of the fucking Justice League?
No, Justice Society of America.
Yeah.
Justice Society of America? Oh, yeah, I still... I mean, that one's a bit more obscure, but definitely not unknown.
I mean, look, he's got a point. It's not like this is an established franchise, Black Adam. Who the hell's that? You know, he's like,
I do agree with the point here. I just think that a lot of the DC films are just not very good, and that might be contributing to why.
oh,
Well, they're just comparing to some more films in terms of superhero-ness, and they're releasing within 2 weeks of each other. That's
Well,
really all
like
they're doing.
Marvel has a lot more goodwill built up
Mhm.
with its audience and its
Yeah.
fan base. As a result, people are excited for these films. So whenever I hear about a DC film, I'm like, is this going to be a thing where I hear a bunch of horrible shit behind the scenes, and then when it comes out, everyone hates it at least for 2 years until they recut it, and then all of a sudden, I guess it's good, 4 hours long and in black and white?
maybe.
I don't think there's a director's cut of The Rock.
This is what he wanted.
The Rock, not even the movie, just The Rock.
I obviously there isn't that with that movie, but it's from same studio. It just there's been so much controversy, drama, and shit that every time I hear about it, it's like, okay, what went wrong this time?
Well, for Dwayne, he's been wanting to play. Well, he was picked to play either Shazam, that guy, or Black Adam since 2007. And so probably he's been working out, thinking, sleeping at night, going, one day
Yeah.
we Black Adam. So there's not even a director's cut. He's like, I've been thinking about this for like 15 years.
Yeah.
I think that I like Shazam because that was. I mean, George. I think my buddy George, he didn't really like it, but I thought it was okay. It had like this nice, fun, upbeat vibe, but not necessarily in the Marvel style. I don't know. Like, it felt like the characters were kids, and that was kind of fun to watch.
Definitely so.
I haven't seen Black Adam, but I have seen a lot of like the live action DC stuff, and I gotta say that like for every Shazam, there's like 5 weird Superman movies.
Well, while we reminisce on the future of DC, we got to take a break and get to some questions.
Yay.
I love
can you guys-
breaks.
Can you guys handle that?
Yeah.
Little break.
All right.
We'll gain some Gatorade.
Always in our clubhouse getting high. Super fuckers. Everybody wishes we would die. Super fuckers. Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run.
Hey, questions. If anybody has a question, be sure to start out with the word question so it's easier to find and post them in the comments of this YouTube video or join our Discord down below in the Q&A section. And what's our first question?
Question from a guy named Crystal. Have any of you guys cut a sponsored segment of a video you made after you already posted it? Only asking because I rewatched Pan's review of Sonic X yesterday, and he cut out the
Blah, blah, blah.
sponsor that was originally there.
No, what? I didn't do. Don't say that out loud. Cut that out. What if a sponsor hears that? No. No,
You're
you-
allowed to delete those like after like
2
the
years?
Oh,
promotion's
after like 2
over.
years. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fine. But
Is that what they say in the contract? Because I thought it was like a
Sometimes.
month after the promotion's over. Because those promotions
A
are
month?
usually very limited time.
I don't
yeah,
know.
like the link only works. The link only works for so long
Yeah.
because like it's like usually in a response to a promotion. Like there's this special champion with this code in this time frame, and then like a month after that time frame is usually when they told me I could delete it. But I haven't deleted anything yet because now I put skits in those. So
Yeah, comedy
I wanna
gold.
Keep the funnies.
Well, luckily, none of us have ever actually taken it out, not even Pan.
Nope. Nuh-uh.
Next question. This one's actually for Creepy.
Especially not after 2 years because the contract says so, by the way. Anyway, go on.
Jake, Pan, and I have to stay silent for this question. I'm sorry about that. But Dipley, how long, Creepy, this for you. How long does it take you to research the topics for your video?
Usually I like to take around a month and a half to like research and like really get immersed. It really depends on the project, right? Like if we're talking like animations, stuff like that, I can just binge watch that stuff in a day, rewatch it while I'm like working on it, refer back to it while I'm writing the script, and then just be done. But when it's like drama or like, dealing with more predatory content creators, that stuff kind of just takes time. And for those projects, you just have to take the approach of when it's done, it's done.
Yeah, like What I do is like, I don't know, I just dig through everything I could ever find. Like if there's a DVD, I'll buy that DVD and listen to the audio commentary and just, try to like squeeze every little bit of information out of anything I could find. Like
Newspapers.com is a very good resource because
yeah.
you can just find what people are saying in the news around the world.
Ooh.
Papers, of course, right?
Yeah.
Newspapers.
Interesting.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I gotta try that. Like archive.org sometimes has some stuff archived.
When we did public access shows, like the only like evidence for some of these shows is like newspaper articles.
Dang.
My favorite one was when I was looking into The Worst Show, and like this guy wrote a review for it, and it begins with, "This brutally racist and sexist show." Like the word brutal, like
Oh man,
up right up at the top.
what's
and I'm
this
like,
show? Sounds awesome.
Well, it's called The Worst Show, and it's
Oh.
a public access thing, and some of it's on YouTube, a lot of it's not. Basically, like, it had a lot of controversies because there was like an episode about how to make a bomb, and there's another episode where they just drove around town making fun of fat people.
Oh man.
Like it was the worst show with some of the worst people. The humor is like begins and ends at being shocking.
Shock humor, no less. But speaking of TV shows,
Mm-hmm.
this actually leads into the next question. By Severina. Question. Isn't everyone kind of thing, so we can all join in and have a good time. Has there been a reboot of a beloved show that you've only watched the reboot of and can never bother to watch the original?
Oh, well, you know what, kind of, Cobra Kai, because it's like, I love that show, and I never really watched much of the original movies, just the first film, which you don't even need to watch the original movies to enjoy Cobra Kai. It's a great shonen anime live-action show made by America. Yeah.
What about you, Jake?
For me, it'd probably be like DuckTales. Not necessarily that I think the original DuckTales is bad. I feel like I probably just have no interest to watch that specific genre because the DuckTales reboot is right there in that genre of cartoon that I obsess over.
Mm-hmm.
That if I know that they've been, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they were like streaming DuckTales season 1 on YouTube for like a whole week. And every time I popped back in to like watch it, I would sit there and watch at least like 6 episodes to completion until I needed to like go do something.
Oh yeah, I've heard some very good things about that show. I think I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes.
It's very good. It's probably one of Disney's top 10, at least in the last modern era.
What about you, TCR?
Man, I'm a horror guy, so a lot of my stuff, when it does get remakes, it's like usually objectively worse. For example, I really liked the Halloween remake, the first one. I thought that was
The Rob
really
Zombie
fun. No. Like the when I say the first one, I mean the first new one. There's 3. There's a
Oh.
new trilogy now.
Yeah,
That's
I was
hard
like,
that's kind of confusing, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the first one was great because there's a lot of kills. It was a fun movie. It really captured the idea of Michael Myers, and even though it was simple, it was fun. It had a point to it. Then the second movie comes out, and it's like, what if it was the same characters you know and love, except they're not in the movie, and everyone in town has some sort of social disorder because they can't communicate at
and
all.
what about Halloween Ends?
Like when you see Michael Myers like come out of the burning mine and he just like kills like 18 firefighters like it's nothing, and you see the like he walks up to this one lady who's like spraying him down with a hose, and as he gets closer, she makes no attempt to back up, drop the hose, run. Nah,
Yeah.
man, she just stands there and gets
Accept
murked.
defeat.
And then I watched Halloween Ends, and it got even more ridiculous.
Wasn't it like, actually, it wasn't just one killer, it's a spirit where it's like the idea of a killer is there's always going to be one?
Nah, it's like the question for. I think the question they are trying to ask is evil inherited, like something that's genetic and you're predestined to become, or is it something that you learn, something that's happens to you due to the way that society treats you?
Mm-hmm.
They try to communicate that message, but they do so by like crippling Michael Myers and just like, I don't know, like in the second movie, he's outside killing firefighters and the entire city of Haddonfield, like but like a Yakuza protagonist.
Mhm.
And then in the third movie, like he gets pushed down by a soy boy,
Oh,
like in the first like opening
a
sequence.
soy boy. Oh.
Just like a dreamy like unreleased member of One Direction, you know,
man.
like
Yeah.
and
Unreleased.
and then they like tag team together, and I think that was like the best part of the movie when they were working together to like kill people. There just wasn't, it wasn't as ridiculous as the second movie, so there wasn't like as much to laugh at when you see like Tommy Pickles like throw a doctor down a flight of stairs for like no fucking reason.
Wait, what?
There's this one scene where like they think Michael Myers is in the hospital, right? So the mob, there's like a bunch of people in a mob, and they're like running around the hospital. And there's this doctor going down the stairs, and the leader of the group, Tommy,
Okay.
runs into the doctor and like throws him over the ledge
Okay,
for like no reason.
Okay, I thought you just said Tommy Pickles. Like, wait, what? Am I crazy? Did you mention?
Like the voice actor.
I say Tommy Pickles because
Yeah.
the guy's name is Tommy.
Yeah, you confused me there. It's like, what?
They threw down the baby. He's like, get this baby out of here.
He. The reason why I called Tommy Pickles too is because he's also bald,
No.
and he like wears like a blue shirt,
Yeah.
so he looks like a middle-aged Tommy Pickles.
Oh man. Yeah.
And it's just like the funniest thing. And that's why I appreciated the second movie. And then the third movie just kind of went off the wall. And they're like, all right, he's dead.
I don't want to picture a middle-aged Tommy Pickles. That's the saddest thing I ever heard in my life.
But yeah, I'd say that the probably the best remake I've seen was the first Halloween. But of course, that ended in spectacular disaster, as it does for all horror movies.
For me, for reboot, I was much a fan of the 2003 TMNT series.
Yeah.
My only exposure to like the 1980s one was just people talking about it and how stupid it was. Where it's like, hey, we got to stop Shredder from taking down the pie factory and making kids sad. And the new one's like, what if the scientist is just a fucking brain now? What if he can't feel anything? What if he just is a cyborg now?
He's got more and more of his body ripped apart. Yeah. Poor Baxter Stockman.
And it's like, oh my god, how can I go from watching that?
Is the 2003 one where he gets to keep his race, or do we have to wait a little bit longer?
2003, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know if they made him a white guy in 2003 or not.
No, he was black in the 2003 one. I guess in the 80s they didn't want one of the few black characters to be a bad guy.
Yeah, that's understandable.
He was also in the reboot series. Remember the live action one? The movies?
I did not see
Oh,
the
yeah,
live
yeah,
action
he was-
movies. I only saw the AVGN.
Wait, he was played by
Tyra Perry.
Yeah, that happened. That's
If they made a third TMNT movie, would he have been like a head? Would he have been more of a cyborg?
Oh man. Yeah, who knows?
Didn't they make a third one?
No, they made
TMNT
two.
3, like they no, there's like three of them because one of the one they go back in time to like Japan.
Yeah, the original 90s series.
It's the original one, Secret of the Ooze. That's the second one.
Yeah, but we're talking about the Michael Bay ones.
Yeah, there's only two of those.
Oh, the Michael Bay ones. Yeah,
I'm
no,
like-
those I saw the first one and I was not disappointed. It sucked.
It was what you expected.
You're like, that's what I want.
Yeah, like I do think I went to go fucking see Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thinking anything but utter failure. It was great. Like it was a Michael Bay film. They
had fun.
Man, it was a Michael Bay film.
Well,
I'm
okay,
trying to
it's not
remember anything from the movie.
okay. The Turtles movies, these are produced by Michael Bay, and like I remember watching. I watched that and Pain and Gain, like pretty close to each other too. And
Yeah, but Michael Bay did not direct it. It was Jonathan Liebsman.
that's what I'm saying, because you watch the Bay former Turtles or whatever we call it, and it's like a subdued Michael Bay. You know, the camera's not fucking spinning around, and it's not overly horny or weirdly racist. Well, as far as I know, I don't know, but it's like
There was that time when Michelangelo hit on.
okay, it's subdued Michael
April.
Bay.
That was uncomfortable.
That's what the movie feels. A very subdued Michael Bay.
I just don't like these designs in particular are like especially gross and weird looking.
I've grown to like the designs.
I think you can like the design while also acknowledging that trying to bed any one of these things would be
No.
a nightmare.
Look, here's my-
and
Look,
thoroughly unpleasant experience.
here's my defense. Just like how people started defending the Michael Bay Transformers movies and appreciating that style, like I do like the style of these turtles. Like, I mean, it's a movie.
They look like green.
It's
Gears
a
of War
movie about
characters.
sewer mutants. What the fuck you want them to look like?
No,
I
it
feel
just-
like if they had
it's-
way more varied body types and they were okay with being more saturated, I think it
Yeah.
would look nicer.
Yeah, like they did saturate them in the second film, but my only issue with their designs is that they made them too big. Where in the first half of the movie, they didn't really do much ninjutsu or whatever. They just like slam people against the walls, and there were these hulking monsters. They didn't. It's like, why did they need to learn ninjutsu if they could just kick everyone's ass regardless?
Not one of them threw a Rasengan.
There's only 3 interpretations of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I like have been aware of or watched, which was the 2012 show, the Rise show that recently had a movie, and that big crossover film that they had with like a ton of the cartoon ones.
Here's a dumb thing that I remembered from the Michael Bay movies of the Turtles is that so Master Splinter, the way he taught the turtles is that he found like a booklet of like how to do ninja stuff, and he taught himself that.
Like how to basic, basically.
Yeah. He taught himself with that ninja book, and like once he mastered those techniques, he taught them to the turtles, and it's like, wouldn't the turtles not be all that more skilled than him at all? Like, wouldn't they just be around the same level? Is he really a sensei?
I don't understand. I didn't understand that. Like, I don't know why you needed to change that when you didn't. Like, the other explanation was better. Why can't he just be a guy from Japan that likes martial arts?
I mean, look, because they think, oh no, that's dumb. A man turns into a rat. That's weird.
Yeah, that's stupid. Why would we
Wait,
have
which
that?
interpretation was this?
Yeah, we need more Michelangelo thirsting after April O'Neil.
The Michael Bay produced one.
Yeah, like
Oh.
I really like the newest iterations designs because like every character feels like distinct.
Yeah.
Like with the Michael Bay guys, my biggest problem is like the expressions on them. They just all look like big green thumb Gears of War frowny men.
yeah.
They all just look,
I'll
kind
defend
of
it. It's-
angry and perturbed. But like you look at the newest designs and they're like all different body types. You can tell that Michelangelo's the fun one. You can tell that like Donatello's got some sort of like intellect thing going. The Raphael's like big and dumb because you could look at his lips. Those are some big old dumb guy.
In a
lips,
realistic setting, I'm okay with these designs, but yeah, like they could eventually do a live action one where it does look like essentially Injustice 2, where they had the turtles there in a realistic setting. It was just the cartoon versions, but real. Essentially the 90s turtles.
I don't mind this too if they were just like honestly the problem with it is the direction. Like they don't have to be angry frowning thumbs all the time. They can they don't have to be 13-year-old boys.
The second one was more fun.
I didn't see the second one, so I can't judge that one. I only could judge the one I willingly watched.
But I know Jake has seen more of the Nickelodeon, not the 3D one, but the 2D one. What do you have to say about that one, Jake?
About Rise? Oh, that show's freaking fantastic. I think it's like peak modern Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
What did you think of the film?
Oh, the film? I think the film was also pretty good. I think like I would probably wouldn't say it's like the best Nickelodeon film I've ever watched, but it's in terms of visually and heart.
Oh yeah.
That shit goes crazy.
Yeah.
That
the
shit
best
goes
Nickelodeon
crazy.
film, as we all know, is Crybaby Land.
Oh man.
Oh, of course.
I also saw the Rise of the TMNT movie. It was great. It was like anime teardropped, ooh woo type of shit. Shit got crazy.
I remember when I watched it, I hadn't actually finished the show yet. I had watched the first season.
I love how this question turned into the TMNT hour.
Yeah.
They're going on the thumbnail.
But we can move to the next question, which is
Yeah.
actually for Pan, so only Pan can answer this one.
Turtle power.
Calypso, with a K, by the way. Question for Pan, any new inclusions to the Midnight Society?
I just made a Midnight Society video last month.
But any new ones?
I mean, I can read. Hang on, I had a list of things that I wanted to cover, but I was like, I didn't put it in due to either time or it was just not interesting. Or at least didn't seem interesting. Let's see, where was it? Lost Media. Let's see.
You should do public access cartoons.
Oh, reminds me, there is
There's nothing fun that can come from that.
there is a whole like thing that I could cover about Blazing Samurai, that one movie that was in development hell forever, because I just found out a whole bunch of crazy info behind the scenes and how this production
Dude,
was
I've been hearing about this movie forever, and I've recently started seeing trailers for that in the movie theater.
Yeah, it released.
Like every time I go, I'm just like, I swear to God, I've been here. I've
already
seen
came
that
out.
cardboard poster.
Wait, which movie?
Yeah, they renamed it to Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh damn,
Yeah.
that came out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it
2
did.
months ago or so. But what's funny is somebody was telling me how they have the actual original audio files of the voice actors, and they talked about how when Sam Jackson, when he was recording a line, he was having a fun time, and he fumbled a line, was just laughing along. But when Michael Cera recorded his lines, he was just like, "Fuck, God damn it!" Like he was not enjoying being there at all. He probably hates this film.
I find it hard to hate this movie.
It's enjoyable.
This is the movie that, like, when you go to watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2, this was the trailer that came up, and everyone in the theater goes, oh.
Yeah, it has all of the jokes you'd expect for samurai stuff.
Yeah. No.
Like in one of the posters, they have a samurai for dummies.
Awesome. There's no business like Shogun business.
In my movie theater, I swear to God, there was a Blazing Samurai poster that had been up since like 2008.
They said we don't know that we don't have the key anymore. Just leave it there.
And when I heard Pan talk about it, I was like, it's that fucking movie.
It's coming, guys. It's coming eventually after like 10 fucking years or so. God.
This is
And
what we
then
should have got.
Claws of yeah.
But I had other lost media listed on here. Let's see, what was it? I think I talked about the Lost Uno apology on the podcast. The guy that just jerked off on Uno on Xbox Live and just wrote an apology
Pardon?
letter.
Do you wanna run through that again?
Do I
Or
need
what
to?
Uno was?
Or should we just
Yeah,
leave it a
do
mystery?
quick.
Okay, so
Just for Jake.
Okay, back in 2008, Xbox 360 had Uno, and it was compatible with your webcam, and it was free, and people basically treated it like Omegle, and some people jerked off or showed their dick or showed their tits on it, and one guy
You
accidentally...
have Uno on your Xbox.
Yeah, he did that, and he forgot he had it on and had his pants down, and eventually he made an apology on YouTube, and now that apology video is lost on YouTube somewhere.
There's genuine fear.
Man, Xbox Live was where it was fucking at.
Yeah.
I have so many memories of being called racial slurs and other horrible things. So many fun
Yeah.
times
True.
laughing as I kill people with the riot shield on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and people legitimately having a conniption over it.
Oh.
I vaguely remember having, like, a Minecraft boyfriend on Xbox 360 when I was, like, a kid.
Dude, I went to Halo weddings, right?
Whoa.
In Halo 3.
That Halo weddings!
A classic.
Halo weddings.
What?
Right, that's where it was at. You know, you go into a custom game, some dude sets up this scene, and the next thing you know, they're getting married, and you fire rockets at them because it's fucking funny and you're 13.
Epic. Oh, that reminds me. There was this YouTube video where in World of Warcraft where somebody threw a funeral for a player who died in real life, and it was just like multiple
I
different
remember
clans
this.
gathered together in an area and just like essentially have a ceremony for them. And then a couple of other players came in, raided them, and just like it was a
Kept killing them.
Yeah, it was a PvP zone, and they just like fucking vanquished all of them, just destroyed all.
They kept killing them. They kept doing it like every time. Like they tried to do something. They
Like there's a YouTube video on that, and like the YouTube video, like the intro,
so fucked up.
the title card says, "Women shouldn't vote productions."
Jesus Christ.
World of Warcraft funeral.
I don't
raid.
miss that about old gaming.
Yes, World of Warcraft funeral raid. Yes, that's what it's called. What you should look up. Women shouldn't vote productions.
The Pizza Party podcast proudly promotes.
No.
Women
I don't
shouldn't-
think
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say that.
What-
Not
Going
gonna
to the
have
next
that audio
question.
bite.
What's it called when women couldn't vote? Women couldn't vote. What do you
The
call
suffrage movement?
Suffrage, no more suffrage, no more women's suffrage. or should women?
Yeah, because
wait,
they got their movements, which means they can vote.
is
They're not suffraging
suffrage?
anymore.
Does suffrage mean a good thing or a bad thing? Like you want women to suffrage?
No. Suffrage means the right to vote in a political election.
You want women to
Suffrage movement.
suffrage?
It's like that word.
Well, like, you're adding the word "suffer," but I don't think that's what that means.
Well, no, it's suffrage, because they want to vote.
Suffrage. Oh, I love that guy from Final Fantasy. Suffrage.
It's kind of like that word condone, where condone is accept and allow. Despite the word condone having the word con like bad or no.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
It could also mean together.
You know what brings us together?
What?
Podcast.
This next question. By Ratchet Extreme 6, classic guy, great fellow, always comments. He's very cool. What's the best deal you guys have gotten for a game at any convention you've been to?
Oh, not so much a convention, but I remember the good days of Game Crazy. It was like there'd be Hollywood video rental places, but they'd have a side store called Game Crazy where they'd sell new and used games. And around 2010, they were just like saying, look, we don't want any of these retro games. We're giving away anything from Dreamcast and before that for $1. So I got stuff like Banjo-Kazooie 1 and Banjo-Kazooie 2 and
wow.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors and...
That is Game Crazy.
Yeah, anything just for a damn $1. Majora's Mask for $1. It was wild.
I think the best thing, again, not from conventions, I was at it was like a swap meet kind of thing, like a flea market, and I don't know what happened, but there was just like a bunch of GameCube games in like near mint condition, and it was like, oh yeah, there was like a guy there who's like, yeah, just buy 10 of them for $5. It's pretty good. And I just bought some random Korean DVDs only just to get.
Hell yeah.
The what was it? Mario Kart Double Dash even had the Nintendo Power thing still in it.
Yeah.
No scratches on the disc. So that was the best two I've gotten.
Perfectly clean.
What about you, Jake?
I'm trying to remember. I do remember getting a Shrek game for GameCube and never playing it.
Oh yeah.
And it was extremely cheap. But I can't remember if I ended up getting Nicktoons Unite with that as well, because I never bought that as a kid, but I own it. So, how did I get it?
Someone had it. Maybe your parents bought it for you. Maybe it's a birthday.
No. I remember renting Nicktoons Unite as a kid, and then like beating it and forgetting that I did, and then I got it again sometime later in life. But I don't remember if I got it at a convention or if I ordered online. But I'm thinking at a convention.
What about you, TCR?
Man, I mean, the best game deal I ever got was like making a Epic Games account, and now I have like a bunch of games I need to play for free.
No. It's got to be something you bought. Come on.
But if we're gonna talk about like actual stuff that I bought, I'd probably say that the best deal I ever got was at the Toy Box.
Mm-hmm.
It's a store in Michigan, and it's ran by this lovely old dude, and he is the only place that will sell me Xbox games and
Xbox Original?
Yeah, Xbox Original. And like it's like a brick and mortar store that I can walk in and buy Xbox games, which is how I played Silent Hill for the room. And it's how I got every Time Splitters games, because I'm the only one that remembers that franchise.
That's a pretty cool. I think of, let's see. Question. Why Hyperba?
Oh.
This would be the last question we talk about.
We got breaking news, though.
Yeah. What's breaking news?
Bob Iger is back as CEO and Bob Chapek is out.
Is that good?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if that's good. It's Bob Iger.
Was Bob Iger a good guy?
I recognize that name. Bob Iger. I'm sure Defunctland talked about that guy. Bob Iger.
I think whoever was before Bob Iger, who did all those Disney sequels, was bad. I think Bob Iger was the guy who was good.
Yeah, bringing back.
Do you think Bob Iger likes Night in the Woods?
Bust a nut in the woods.
Maybe it's like Matt Pat giving the Pope game theory. Maybe someone gave Bob Iger Night in the Woods. That's what it will go for.
I can't believe
Bob
the Pope
Iger
has a copy of Undertale.
In 1973, Bob Iger graduated magna cum laude. Classic.
Yeah.
I love Bobby Iggy.
Magna cum.
I guess I don't know much about the direct decisions that he has made.
Well, actually, Jake, you know more about the Disney video game side. Did Bob Chapek end the gaming section, or was that Bob Iger?
I'm not too sure. I mean, like, I know enough to know how
Are you talking about Disney XD?
Disney Interactive Studios.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know enough to know like how that stuff affected like Disney Infinity and Epic Mickey, but I don't remember the names of specifically who was in charge when Disney decided I don't think we want to make games anymore.
Oh man.
Listen, we got all these properties worth so much money. It would be probably a smarter idea not to monetize it.
Oh, Bob Chapek only lasted 2 years. So Bob Iger was the one that canceled the studios thing.
No.
Wait,
I'm gonna cry.
he only survived. Imagine being a CEO for like 2 years and going, I'm bored. I'm done.
Done with this.
Actually,
bullshit.
that's exact. Do you guys remember the Jucero?
No.
There's like a Kickstarter project for a thing called the
Oh, no.
Jucero. Basically, long story short, people found out that you didn't need to spend $700 on a juicing machine. You could just buy the juice packages and squeeze them out with your hand. And the CEO got like ousted, and then while his company was like burning down because people were giving him why buy a Wi-Fi enabled juice pressure that only can use juice from one company.
Yeah, it has DRM.
When you could just squeeze it. Yeah, it has DRM on your juicer. Like I fucking need that in my life. But
It's like those soda stream things where it's like you get to make your own soda at home. Yay.
yeah, but like imagine if like you didn't need the soda mixer and you could just like pour a packet and the only thing the mixer did was like open the packet.
Yeah, it's like those Keurig machines. Just chug the powder yourself, my man.
But yeah, the CEO after getting ousted while his like company was like burning, was like at Burning Man, I think experimenting with acid.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
nice.
I mean
Everyone's
that's so
experimenting.
cool.
They interviewed him.
That's one way to go.
Yeah,
out.
they interviewed him like a year after, and he was like, his next idea was to sell unfiltered water, I believe, straight out of a pipe.
Yeah, he still sells unfiltered water, which is very dangerous. Don't drink unpurified water.
Kind of disgusting.
That's like how people got dysentery back in
Oh,
the day,
yeah.
right? Unless you want to die the same way they did in Oregon Trail,
Hell
don't
yeah.
do that.
Well,
So we're gonna
Two-tip
circle
tummy
back.
terrorism.
oh no.
We're going to circle back to the last question. By Hyperba, thoughts on animated media that was announced but never produced, like the Adventure Time movie and its example.
Oh man, they've been hyping up a fucking Adventure Time movie, a Phineas and Ferb movie, a Ben 10 movie for frickin' ever, and those never come out. They've been, you know what? They've been saying they're gonna make a Gorillas.
Isn't there a Gumball movie?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there a Gumball movie in development?
Yeah, there was
now?
also
yeah.
a Gumball movie.
Yeah, and Gorillas since the year 2000, there'd been like, yo, we're making a Gorillas movie. Date of article 2000, and they just kept repeating that every couple of years.
Oh my god!
This is a.
Now that's a live action remake I need.
Oh yeah.
As you can see on the screen, there's a fake thumbnail. Adventure Time, the movie, live action 4K trailer, Gritty Reboots 2014.
What's wrong with Jake?
He's simulated textures. Yay.
Yeah.
Ain't that your geometry node?
I think that more animation obviously is better. I'm the kind of weirdo that can really enjoy anything as long as it's animated. I fucking sat through Where the Dead Go to Die.
Uh-oh.
A bunch of foreign French films. Like I've seen it all. You know, I can appreciate anything animated as long as there's a cool story behind it.
There's an unproduced Pixar movie, Newt, that a lot of artwork had released about it and whatnot, and it's like, oh,
That gigantic movie that was supposed to
Oh,
be Jack and
yes.
the Beanstalk. That was one that I was looking forward to. I was sad that got canceled.
do you think ever since COVID stuff happened, they're like, maybe we shouldn't like announce stuff just yet. We should like get further in production. Before
I
we do
swear to
stuff.
God, ever since COVID happened, everyone's been like, how about we don't animate?
They did for a part,
Well, that's all they can do. All they can do is animate.
Yeah, but let's not.
and they had what was it? A lot of Marvel films I remember watching that came out in around 2020, between 2020 and 2022 during COVID procedures, and you're like, yeah, these actors are not the same scene.
Oh.
I can tell. Yeah.
So this is for that gigantic movie. It says that it's supposed to be from the director of Tangled.
Yeah.
There's a thing that Blumhouse does with its horror films that I hate because they got Jordan Peele to make that Get Out movie, which is a good movie. But Blumhouse is a studio that just kind of shotguns films out like rapid fire, like just like 10 films throughout the year.
Yeah,
that
cheap.
all made on an ultra low budget. And they'll on all of those movies, whenever you see it marketed, it's like from the producers of Get Out.
Oh.
Like, Like every time, like no, guys, you can't use Get Out. The Get Out people have nothing to do with this production.
No, it's the producers from the guys who saw Get Out.
All you did was throw money at the right person. The people you're throwing money at now has nothing to do with Get Out.
No, this reminds me, like, last year there was this movie called An 8-Bit Christmas about a kid that wants a Nintendo game, and on the top of the poster it says, "From the studio that brought you Elf," and it's like, the studio that, like, not the director, not the writer, not the producer, but the studio, the same building of people.
It's like, how far did you have to go back to get something that was good?
From the city block where fucking The Christmas Story was greenlit. It's 8-Bit Christmas.
From the same PA that worked on A Christmas Story.
And starred Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah. Oh, the best thing about this 8-Bit Christmas movie, it's about a kid trying to get a Nintendo console. But whenever they show any Nintendo games, they're all like Midway or just some random other companies. They couldn't get any like Mario or Zelda, I don't think.
That is so funny. I know that there's a lot of people that like work with Microsoft. They'll be often given like old Xbox original games that Microsoft wholly owns because they don't really fund projects that are entirely original anymore. So like, you know, you'll just be watching a random Spanish soap opera. Nick Robinson covered this. And all of a sudden you'll get, what was that damn game?
It was Phantom Dust.
Yeah, you just see Phantom Dust in like 2022 shows.
Well, it's like all these, because I was at a shop the other day where they have these My Arcade consoles or like Game Station things for like $30.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was weird because it actually has Data East and Jaleco, because it's like those are actual name brand things, not just like 200 games of something.
I mean, there is some bootleg ass company that owns Miss Pac-Man now.
Oh, interesting.
And that's why anytime a new Pac-Man game comes out, they get rid of Miss Pac-Man, and now they have Pac-Mom to replace her. Like, even the re-release of Pac-Man World, they changed her to they changed Miss Pac-Man to Pac-Mom.
My favorite Pac-Man.
Top 10 hottest Pac-Man women. Number 1.
Are there enough of that?
Pinky from Ghostly Adventures.
There's the Goth Ball, the Goth Pac-Man from
Of course
Ghostly...
you bring up the Goth one.
Yeah. Goth Pac Girl. What was her name?
I get it. We both grew up in the 2000s. Goths were like everything to us.
Cylindria. That's her name. She's like a cylinder. Cylindria.
Oh
How
my
is she
God.
like a cylinder? She's a ball.
She's got programmer socks on, but no pants.
It's circular. Oh no.
She's letting her Gucci out hanging like that.
Oh,
Come
that's
on.
not appropriate.
How do pack people reproduce?
Yeah, don't
is the
worry
real
about it.
question.
They just grind up on each other. It's fine.
Do they though, or do they like, or does
Something.
like one eat the other?
I
and
love-
do they, like produce two more.
I love the buckles on her boots. I need boots like that. She is styling. I'm dressing like that.
You need boots that take 10 minutes to put on.
That honestly reminds me boots Tats would wear.
Fuck yeah. Cylinder.
Those boots are cool. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I like the fingerless gloves because I'm a loser.
Hell yeah. I got like a bat hoodie with like fingerless gloves on it. It's really cool.
I got an Aggretsuko tattoo.
Yay.
And every week I go to Hot Topic and I ask them for Aggretsuko merchandise, and every week they tell me they have none. But I still go there every week.
I think I've seen some at Box Lunch or somewhere. Oh, she skates also. She's cool.
You want to send us a picture so you can show on screen your cool tattoo?
I don't have that
later,
on me
I guess.
necessarily,
Wait,
but I can send
the
it.
tattoo or a picture?
A tattoo. I can send you pictures of my tattoo later.
You're like, I ripped off my skin. I don't have the tattoo anymore. I don't like it.
Yeah, I got it. I just burned it off ever since season 5 was the end.
Oh yeah, season 5.
That's season 5. It's ending.
And you know what else is ending?
This podcast.
This episode. Well, not this podcast. The episode of the podcast. Don't get scared, fan.
Ah!
We'll come back next week.
Podcast canceled. No.
But thank you for being on TCR.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Do you have any like last words or anything else you want to say?
I'm coming out with a new video called Controversial ARGs, where we're going to be going over and setting the record straight on some of the most infamous stories from the ARG solving community.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, go on Creepy Reading and go subscribe to me and like be my friend and like you know, clout and all that shit. That's all I care about. That's the kind of person I am. Just a weirdo that wants you to subscribe and watch bad videos about whatever.
Well, unless anyone has anything else, I think we got like mosey on to Dusty Trail.
All right, everyone. See ya.
Have a
See
good
you
night,
guys.
everybody.
Bye, gamers.
He's such a trickster. He's like low-key IRL.
Empty.